I don't want the haves and the have-nots. I do not want in college football the big teams. And again, you can name them off the top of your head. Alabama, LSU, Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan, Oregon, maybe a UCLA and a USC if they get good again. Any team you want. You can go ahead and just name these teams out loud. I don't want college football to again become just those guys. I lived in that era where it was always just certain teams who were the only ones that had a chance at winning a national championship. And I think that's wrong. I think everybody should have a chance. I think there should be some kind of relegation. I think there should be some kind of setup for leagues, conferences, to have a guaranteed berth, which is why we're at 12, why we're going to go to 16, and why eventually this whole thing is going to hit 24. But the money issue has got to stop. You've got to have a hard cap, which brings up the last thing that's coming in here. It used to be that college football would exist on monies they raised, student fees, sponsorship fees, booster clubs, boosters behind them, the big boosters who paid a spitload of money and who basically broke a lot of laws. And if you want to talk about that, I mentioned the University of Miami earlier. That's a school where the laws have been broken a few times. But we're at a whole new point now because colleges are now out there soliciting equity partners. They're getting Wall Street companies, big companies, under the guise of sponsorship or donations to come in and support a program. We are going to get to the time when there will be sponsors on a uniform, sponsors on a helmet, and they will be there specifically for that reason, because this organization, this corporation, will buy a sponsorship. They'll get it on TV, they'll get it on radio, they'll get it on social media, they'll get it on billboards, they'll get it in the stadium, and they'll get it on the patches of the uniforms. It's going to happen. That is something else that has to be brought to heel, because you are going to have the more popular schools, and again, I just mentioned them, but you're going to have the ones that are featured a lot, that are out there in the general public, in the general thinking, that are popular on television. They're the ones that are going to get most of the money because that's the best kick for the sponsor. It's equity, that's private equity that's coming in. It's an investment. There has to be a way, and again, not an attorney, I just play one on television. But there's got to be a way to stop this.